get started here in 1 minute here. Stupid thing. Good afternoon, good afternoon. This is the BGBC, the Backlog Gaming Broadcast Company. I'm your host, Eddie Akiba, and this afternoon I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of Esoteric Ebb. Esoteric Ebb is a CRPG in the vein of Disco Elysium, came out earlier this year to rave reviews. So I'm going to continue here. Alright, so we'll read my session notes here. Or maybe not. Just go ahead. Alright, so we're going to go check our journal here. Requesting tree. We are investigating a explosion at a tea shop. But yeah, there are various side quests you can do. I'm just going to remind myself where I am at this quest. That's right. I found a indestructible magical magazine known as the Undercommon. I'm going to investigate. Yes, a star witness was seen on the Pillar Road at the time of the explosion. Frank, son of Frank. Okay. Southern Caverns. Alright, we're going to investigate this stuff here. But I want to tackle this from a different angle here. I love the music in this game. It's super chill. I can't go in that door. I'm going to enter the undercommon or roads from the original starting area. But I guess I could talk to these guys. These guys are kind of jerks. Behold! Human, Earthfolk, next generation, a late-stage teenager representing all young men among the Earthfolk. Alright, here we go. Human Earthfolk, number 1, unemployed. He's the silent type. Thinks before he speaks. He also thinks he's very cool because of this behavior. There's an air of superiority in his body language, in his speech, in his tone. He thinks he's above it all. Even his friends. Hopefully he'll stop thinking such things before it bites him in the ass. No, he won't. In the direst of times, this kid will be the first one to lean upon his brothers. He's learned to eat that ego of his when he has to. That's good. Man is made by the toil of his peers. Nothing more, nothing less. behold this dude. Stanbuskin. Damn. Unemployed. A boy named after the dwarven word for rock. He likes his friends. That is his only friends. He does have some semblance of opinions around life and love in this city. Yet they are not formulated, nor is he verbose enough to express them properly. He is happy to be here. Truly, this boy is probably the happiest man you have ever met in your entire life. This is a shitty kid, but kind of fun, too. If he was your peer growing up, he'd be one of those fucking bullies. That's not really a massive negative on his part. Pretty much every well-adjusted kid had bullied you. Okay. Alright. Let's talk to this dude. The boy greets you with a hesitant collective grunt and mumble. Oh, the kid mouths and glares at you. He's terrified. What are you doing here? It's some kind of cult. Cult? No, it's a meeting, an important meeting. He looks to Stanbuskin, who gives him a shrug. Oh, God, it sounds like a cult. It's not, I promise. Could you, leave? No. You see him nervously glance to his friends who sit quietly, attempting not to meet your gaze. It's just luck. You really screwed us over on Water Lane. We worked hard to put a stop to that illegal newspaper. For the city. You stole from them and tried to burn their hard work. We seized contraband, more like. Now look, we're going to start the meeting. Don't interrupt. He glares at Snell for a second. Alright, Norvikian resistance members, thank you for attending today's meeting. Important meeting. Who's speaking here? Is it this guy? Shut up, goblin, says the lanky kid and sparks a tiny fire from his hands. He laughs. You think you look cool doing that, damn child. The magic boy clears his throat. Esoteric initiate, ethnis, yeah. Large one stands up, raises his fist into the air. Stanbuskin, yes. Don't shout, the quiet kid mutters. I'm here. Roll. He gives a nervous look to you. Then he mutters, Master of Whispers. Your companion stifles a laugh. I told you it was a bad title. It should be First Spy. No, that sounds like a magazine protagonist. And Master of Whisperers doesn't? It was the official title of Earth's Spy Master. Do I look like a master? He hisses, and then he gets quiet once more. Rolo awkwardly clears his throat. Also present is the visiting Lord Cleric and his helper. Oh, I'm the help, am I? Oh, please, don't react to that. Don't be such a nerd. Just because you're unable to even touch the cool stuff doesn't mean others can't be cool. Well, the best helps, Snell. Don't you worry. Thank you, Cleric, he says with a tired expression. You guys seemed organized enough. Thank you. We've worked really hard to help out before the election. We're just one small offshoot here in Tolston. There are tons of members of the Norvikian resistance around the city. It's a big political movement. He gives the three other kids a nervous look. I mean, we're getting there. He claps his fist to his chest. Meeting begins. The large boy cheers. Sweet. When do we go home? Oh, no, There's not that much to talk about, right? Yeah, my dad doesn't like it when I stay out like this. Aye. Come on, you guys. Election's just around the frickin' corner. And I've got a mission. Big mission. Like, actually. Mission? You mean a quest? Yes, that's exactly a quest. I received word from our contact, you know. The short guy with the weird beard. I have a fixer. A halfling or a dwarf? No, just a short human. Word? A letter. He dropped off a letter with the resistance seal. He smirks. Half of Earth's red eye and half a shield. It's really cool. It's really not a resistant movement, remember? Yeah. We don't have too much info on the other groups, but there's this guy we call Shield Guard. He's in the palace. Probably a cleric. He knew magic and stuff. They sure tell you a lot for a secretive organization. MHLs. What are your orders? Just like he told us about the chant being printed here on Tolstad. This time, he let us know about another problem. An even bigger threat. Capitalism? No, well, kind of. Loverspox? What? No. Racism? No. The disillusionment of the youth? No. Gender inequality? No. The lack of religious fervor in the populace? No, but also, yeah, but no. As Gallists? No, not this time. Free Striders? No, it's, no, wait, yes! Yes, it's the Free Striders. I knew it! He told me that the Ascani Reeds Trade Company, that's a Free Strider company, they apparently have some very important documents hidden in their offices on Waterline. Specifically a contract for a deal called the Harbour Accords. He wants us to. Actually, he didn't specify what we should do. He never really does, but he strongly implied that we should seize it for the state. But, you know, without being detected. Stealthily. He wants to steal from a Free Strider company. He wants us to seize it. Stealthily. Tell me more about this contract. It's apparently very secretive, but the contract is kept inside of the office. What do you know about this company? It's an evil Free Strider parasite sucking the city from its resources. It's all made clear in our manifesto. Can I read it? No, it's members only. You only get to read the manifesto of the organization after you've already joined? Yes. Don't join! What do you know about this building? I had it guarded pretty heavily. They've got a hippogriff on the roof. Griffin. It's a griffin. Griffin. It's the common spelling in Nordic. Although griffin, griffon, and griffin can appear in various places across the Minorian lands. Whatever. Don't think there's magical locks, though. It's usually hard for places with a lot of movement going on. The goblin squints. You sure know a lot about security, kid. In response, the kid looks around. My brother works at a locksmith. He does arcane locks sometimes. So what are you got to do? He thinks for a second. We just need to sneak in when it's dark. Locate the safe and crack it. It's apparently hidden behind a mirror. The info wasn't very specific, but hey, how many mirrors can they have, right? The boy silently, tensely glances around the roller mill. I said, Dad doesn't want me out on the streets at night, so I'm skip. Isn't stealing illegal? Yes, then it is. Don't be pussies. Their leader gives a frustrated groan. This is the real deal. We can make a difference. Rolo, I don't think it's a good idea. You know what the Free Striders do. Oh yeah, litigation. I agree, it's a bad idea. Damn it! He then turns to you and opens his mouth, and he closes it and shakes his head. Sneaking in and stealing sounds honorable, but should you really do it if it's a Free Strider joint? Oh, screw it, we'll make up some excuse. But that sucks. Unless, he says and gestures towards you, unless the cleric here wants to do it. Yeah, sure, we'll skip. Where did you say that Free Strider contract was? It's on Autolane View, a Scanny Reed's trade company. Next to the warehouse and the bookbinder. Yeah, hey, seems like they've got it in a safe or something probably hidden. But I believe in you. Your companion rubs his eyes. He's trying not to comment with all his strength. Don't you guys have jobs to do? The blonde kid gives you a blank expression. He glances to his friends, who all seem to avoid his gaze before lowering his eyes. As he stares at the floor of the roller mill, he replies, "We're doing important work here." Should I make fun of them for being unemployed? No, that would be horrendous. These boys are simply products of a faulty system. Making light of that would be as mean-spirited as making fun of a short person for being born without a certain height. A good kick can get a man going. You guys get paid for holding these meetings? Our service is a city. It's not something you can put a price on. Great comeback, but he's thought about that one for a long time. I work on Waterlane on some days. Magic Kid raises his hand. I used to deliver milk. It's a seasonal thing. Rolo worked at the fishery. He gives the quiet kid a dirty look. Those assholes fired me for not keeping up a bullshit quota. So yeah, cleric, we would have proper jobs if the city wasn't so infected. Infected with what? Outsiders, Free Striders. You mean immigrants? Sometimes, but not like. I have a friend from Fordnip. He's cool. And Licky's family is Vorgetti. There's a difference between immigrants and immigrants. Who are the good immigrants in this case? It types that work hard, I guess. Don't commit crimes. They should learn to speak Diminor too. When they make nice food. Cool, we've got a definitive list now. We should have more immigration. That'll solve all the problems. He scoffs loudly. No! Then there'd be even less jobs for us Earthfolk. That's not how economic growth works. Okay, maybe not, and that doesn't change what it's like to work for the guilds today. He rubs his cheek. A nab a stick. It's complicated, okay? Norvik has always been a place Earth conquered for humans, but he was also friends with lots of other folk. So the main issue isn't really immigrants, it's more like when there's so many immigrants that a city can't really keep everyone, like... Let's see. Happy? Sure, something like that. But in the end, the Free Striders make a bunch of crowns in the city, while the Earth folk suffer. And we don't like that. We don't. We really don't. Really don't. Really don't. We don't. The silent kid mutters, we don't. We do not. Your companion rubs his temples. Sounds like you dislike the greed of breeds more than you dislike immigrants. Yes, that's exactly it. He's so happy not having to feel like a racist. Have you tried getting a gig at any of the guilds in the last couple of years? 70 hours a week at the fishery got me barely enough to afford rent, and some food on top of that, and it's barely enough to survive. And then they cut the hourly rate to keep up with the pressure from investors, you know, from breeds. It's a shit show. I can recommend you guys boys to the Earth Guard. What? The blind kid looks at you with confused, darting eyes. It has not sunk in yet. Yeah, you get fast-tracked into training. The kid starts muttering to himself. Intense fear suddenly washes over him. But that's... pointed at the kid who keeps casting cantrips. And you could be a cleric one day. The lanky boy begins to speak, but stops himself. He realizes you are correct, and he appears frightened over the possibility. Take out some paper and write them an official recommendation each. They look stunned as you hand over the papers to them. Are you serious? Earth Guard? Isn't that clerics? Lots of different Earth Guard. From street watchers to equestrians. You'd make a great wall enforcer, big guy. Hey, wall enforcer, like with armor? Huh. I thought you only nobles could be equestrians. No, they changed that. Read about it in the paper. There being a street watcher seems like a bit of a shit job. As his friends speak, the blonde kid looks at his recommendation in disbelief. So this is, the boys will make fine warriors. Of course, if you fail, they might reject the whole idea. Want to get rid of them, just appeal to their dreams. Damn it, hold on. I don't want to try to convince them. A job, take it or leave it. He nods. I'll think about it. We all will. Thanks, Cleric. Lord Cleric. He bows his head. I don't actually like these assholes, though. Some questions about the tea shop. All of you, I need the truth. I'll tell you anything we know. Here. Where were you on the day of the explosion? I was home. Same. Quiet kid nods. What about you? Pointing at the lanky kid who keeps casting fire cantrips. He clears his throat. I was at Tully's place. His dad can vouch for it. And if I did have the power to cause explosions like that, I wouldn't use it to blow up the tea shop. Even if it was an Asgard rat hole. You were all home then, during lunch, on a work day? They nod. Well, my little brother was close though. Like Earthy didn't get hurt. He told me about the fire being weird. Something probably magical. So yeah, esoteric bullshit. What about the know about the tea shop's owner? Some bird folk, I don't know, never talk to the guy. The rest of you? They shrug collectively. You ever hang out in the tea shop? No, of course not. It was an Asgard hangout. Modissa was there a lot, from what I understand. I bet she knew a lot about it. She knows a lot about it. That's all for now. I have some questions for you. Okay. Rollo, is that a nickname? Because you hang out in a roller mill? He squints at you. No, that's just my name. I don't believe in coincidence. It's very normal. Or a Folkian name. I have two uncles named the same. Sure, whatever you say, kiddo. He sighs. Where'd you grow up? Over on Wall Street. You're lucky you made it out alive. It's not that bad, I think. We live in an apartment right at the river. Stuff happened and then we moved to Tolsted. Not that big of a difference, to be fair. My little brother likes it better here, though, so that's good. Why did you join this movement? Because my city needs me. Right? He asks his friends, who all nod in approval. City doesn't need you, kid. Stop playing around. We're not playing. What does your father think of you being in this movement? Considering he's dead, I don't think he cares too much. What about your mother? I'll ask her if she comes home this month. Look, it's me and my brother alone, okay? It's fine. We both work. Alright, no more personal questions. Sure. He gives you a confounded, frankly idiotic look. Instead, we'll go for more non-personal questions. Okay. This is an illegal organization conspiring against the city. The large kid picks up. The quiet kid glances between you and Rollo. The lanky kid spawns a weak spark in his hand, looking nervous. What? No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. But either way, you can't. Yeah, but I'm watching you. Okay. I'll do it. I get that contract. Right, awesome. I'm intrigued, but we'll see if I'm able to get it. Sure, I mean, if you can, that'd be awesome. Don't get caught or anything. If you do, you don't know us. Sure. He nods. Good luck, Earth. Be blessed. Alright. Hey. Your hat. Clark. Like, technically these guys are pieces of shit, but I wanted to see if that opens up a quest line. And I might. I don't like them. Alright, we're going to go to the Undercity. Alright, it's over here, right? Let's go pray here. Let's see here. Contemplate the golden line. A land cut in two. Your neighbors, the halflings. Speak with them, learn their stories. Pass judgment if you wish, they do not care. Gold always shines in the end. Let's see here. Yeah, let's catch up what we need to do. Tea shop was destroyed. Minor injuries. Goal is to enter the tea shop, which I've done. Okay. Bird folk on the run. Shops in ruins. Line. Milk. No. Come on. Fine. Come to my cow. You like it. Many do not. Witness. One strange detail. A fake name. Man in yellow. Follow the trail. Feel the jaw. Go deeper. Meditate. Learn and study. Election. Contemplate missing paladin. He was last seen on Tolstead. Many of them know him. If you find him, you shall be rewarded. Alright. They exist. They prosper. You will not have one. For they are not yours to have. though there might be some who fancy you, if you show yourself to be a good man. Or bad, if you want the baddies. The Undercoast Elf is a good woman. She holds many natural friends in this unnatural place. If you wish to seek the green path, then be nice to her and her friends. Perhaps one day you will join her. Assassin. Attacked from below, but you feel no worry, for the danger is but a misunderstanding in your mind. Alright. Lichthouse. They do not tell you the whole truth, and there are deals in the background that you're not privy to. Tread carefully around the pale man and his 4 helpers. Alright. It's not an accident, you're not so clumsy, but the question here is not why you fell, the question is why do you live? Alright. Already, alright, yeah, alright. Already talked to that thing. Alright, let's get down. Right? And I want to go in here, right? I need to get to the southern passage. Alright, so I'm going to retry this. I don't think I'm going to get it. Nope. Alright. Go here. Let's see here. It's a doorway. What's that? Points at the wall. He squints at it. Yeah, that's just the passage of the crypt. You have all these secret doors down here. Just this one is right by the roots. It changes every other month or so if we don't keep watch. Gotta make sure it stays closed ever since you clerics stopped doing delves periodically. The undead issue's gotten a bit messy. Yeah, we really have fucked up with that policy of non-delving. I get the reason behind it. Gotta focus on the upstairs, but it's risky to leave defending the underbelly to third parties, I'd say. Even if we're doing a fucking great job, all things considered. Anyway, if you want to check inside, you could probably hit that tile there. Run your hand along the surface. Your gloved fingers trace the stone. Cold, ordinary.
But wait! One section feels different.
A tile distinct from the others. Press the tile, you push, and a soft click. The wall shutters. Slides open. I'm probably going to get killed here because there's a undead creature, I believe. Revealing a dark passage beyond.
Cold air rushes out. The smell of old stone and dust. And something else. Death.
Sweet, I'll keep my sling ready. Gulp. Horrid noise in the dark. Moving, a mess of rusty iron and clattering bones. Moving towards you. No. I hate the crypts.
It calls to you.
It calls to you. Roll initiative. Oh, God. Is that good? Damn it.
Incoming undead! It is set on killing you!
No shit! Taking tilted steps towards you, the skeleton raises its sword hand. Damn. The blade comes down, striking you in the shoulder. Bone-chilling shriek emanates from the skull. Destroy it! Now you have some sort of holy magic against the sling. The goblin brings out his sling, and one swift move, he launches a projectile towards the abomination. It flies right through its open ribcage.
Be afraid. This is a warrior of old.
Too light to run away, but you gotta stay loose, or this thing will cut you into pieces. Stay loose, sorry.
The bones are outside of his body.
They must return. Clearly, any type of piercing or slashing damage would be near useless against this creature. Blood force is what you need. God damn. We're hogging it, Elton, anyway. No. Alright, we're gonna try dexterity. Try to dodge. Alright. Your feet, they dance. Side to side, your eyes focus on the skeleton's blade. You're ready for anything.
This might be our last chance. The skeleton is growing more and more frantic.
Skeleton gives off a deep hiss as it again strikes at you. Damn! This time stabbing you right in the chest. The mail stops it from reaching your heart. Focus! Letting go of his sling, the goblin instead goes in for a kick to the skeletons. While the creature is jittering about, Snell manages to hit it, setting it scrambling to regain balance. No, get him!
You have to push it further. Fight!
Alright, we're gonna try to punch it. Nope. Your swing misses the skeleton completely as it jitters back in an unnatural fashion. As if animated by some power. Alright, he's gonna kill me. Ah.
It hasn't been long, but now you realize the skeleton's getting his bearings. This will be the end.
The skeleton is just about to strike when Snell rushes its legs. A full body slam. He causes the thing to completely fall over, crashing onto the hard ground. Alright, Snell. Ah, that's what you get. The bones spilled to the ground in a pile of dust and scrap metal.
No other threats. The skeleton must have been the only guardian.
Okay, battle.
You've performed your duty. This crypt has been cleansed.
That's an overstatement. The goblin leans on his knees, panting. "Yo, it's a hay crypt." He raises a finger and wags it. "Nothing good ever came from constructing a crypt. You either get a cursed place filled with death, or a meat grinder filled with undeath." Great, that's what we burn corpses these days. Really, a genuinely smart tradition. Best thing humans ever invented. Actually, I think it was a dwarven thing originally. Oh, well, it was smart to adopt it, or at the very least it...
A bang from somewhere far away echoes down the hallway.
The goblin jumps. "A shiver down your spine."
Then the chamber grows silent once more. A scent of death still lingers.
He clears his throat. "Fuck this place, let's go. Hold on, I have to make sure the warrior gets what he deserves." Which is... I could loot him. No. A girl fact? Well, I'm not sure, but it looks like he used to be a real warrior of Earth, so... Right, I get it. I do what I must. Alright. First tomb of Earth. This is it. This is his first place his body was placed 27 years ago. Your lord, your master, your god, Earth. Fallen and exhumed like this city. Watch closely. This is how every divine dominion ends, with the cracking of an ugly tomb. This place is still holy, consecrated.
Despite this, horror still walk the grimy tiles.
Earth's traces still linger here, as it should. Leave the sarcophagus. The tomb of a fighter is empty inside except... bone dust and crowns. Alright. How many crowns I have? Where's Cure Winds? Cure Winds? Alright. Oh, what's this? A mace? You reach for the mace. It is cold. Colder than iron permits.
The metal feels wrong.
Got yourself a nice weapon, eh? Grip it hard. As your gloved hand wraps around the handle, the chill runs up your arm. Not just cold.
Something else. A presence. Wait! There's someone.
Watch out! Turn around. Nothing. Just the empty crypt.
But you saw something in the corner of your eye. A figure watching.
You good? The goblin looks concerned. There's someone here. What? The goblin readies his sling. Where? You look down at the mace.
Something's very, very wrong with it.
What? Is it cursed? Did I just get cursed? No, it's...
There again.
Shit, look out!
The figure. In the periphery. Watching.
Spin around. Nothing. Gone.
But you know it was there. You felt it. Or simply occupied.
I think this is haunted.
What?
He stares at the mace. You sure? I'm sure. Great. Haunted weapons. Just what we needed.
Damn this. You find this lovely weapon ready to take on the city's foulness, and you simply cannot wield it. The horror, like some unfleshy ghast, come to haunt you. It's too great.
Keep it sealed. Keep it close. The spirit watches. Gulp. Alright, so I'm not going to fuck with that thing. I hate this place. A literal pile of skulls.
Thousands each a life taken by war, suffering, or time itself.
The eternal cycle. This is insane! So many bodies! You know well about this. This was the first of the containment crypts. First? Oh, this is,
Earth's first crypt, built for himself by himself. These bones belong to curse victims, those claimed by the Curseland horrors. Destined to rise as undead hordes, Earth sent many expeditions to the east, each in an attempt to reclaim the spirits, the literal bones of those who were left behind. Entire ships were loaded with the many, many bodies brought to shore, to Norvik, then put into these crypts. Unmarked graves, yes, but consecrated all the same, an attempt at total redemption.
Putting them all into the city was a pretty ballsy move.
It was. And as you can see, it was a success. These bones do not move. They are not held in the crazed vitriol of negative necromantic energy. They are at rest, even in this horrid state.
So, these won't try to kill me like that other skeleton?
No, they will not. Earth's divine protection still holds over here, these here graves. We all thank him for that.
Watch them carefully. They do not move. So these are all people who died in the Curselands?
Yes, the greatest tragedy of your people. And this is how they ended up, simply due to the issue of numbers. There were too many bodies to give proper burial rites to each one of them, even after burning the flesh. Since ocean or river burials are even more problematic due to the horror issue, this was the best option. Bow your head to the dead and leave. Alright. I need some type of key here. Alright. Alright, this is the Goblin Queen's Nest. Moongor. You, Helmman, kind.
I have some questions about the day of the tea shop explosion.
I felt a slight rumble in the earth. I was down here, guarding the roots.
Is it nothing out of the ordinary?
Nothing. I have to tell you, human.
There's a dwarf who says you won't let him pass here.
The Dark Dwarf, yes. He asked for access to the south tunnels. He is not permitted.
Because it's a dwarf? A dark dwarf?
No, he's not permitted because he is dungeoneer. Lady Sageleaf does not allow looters on her grounds. Only official expeditions.
I am an official am I an official expedition? She glances at Snell, he shrugs.
More or less.
She frowns.
If you go into south tunnels, beware of monsters. They crawl in from below, infesting the cabins. We clean them out every other week, but they return often.
And the pest control guild's supposed to take care of that stuff? She lets out a deep laugh.
Pest control. Those pussies won't step below the lower, especially in Tolston. Bunch of weaklings looking for easy payouts. If we can't deal with it ourselves, we hire outside muscle, but not the PCG. Historically, the PCG have trouble dealing with the massive amount of requests of monsters and esoterical things crawling through Norvik. You've had many tales of the pest controllers in your days.
The Pest Control Guild works closely with Galactics whenever they need heavy Marcel.
Back in the day, retired clerics would often gravitate towards the PCG, but these days most clerics don't want to get their hands dirty in that sort of way. Dangerous work, stay away from it.
Is it the pest, what kind of monsters?
All kinds, anything that crawls through the cracks of the city below.
All kinds? Tell me more.
Last month we killed a hook horror. It was a great hunt. Before that, a bunch of giant spiders, a grey ooze. Last year, we had to get a specialist to deal with a hive of cranium ants. They negotiated for days. Worst was probably the Gricks. I hate those things. I'm sad to say, we have not yet had to deal with a bullet. I do not think those land sharks enjoy tunneling here, but there have been reports of a few of them moving closer to settlements in the last year over in Verdun. I want to skin one of those things one day. That would be pleasurable.
Cool. She grins. Have you seen a man in yellow pass by? Is that a yes? Oh, I did.
Are you looking for this man?
Yeah, well, clearly.
The bugbear shows you a deep frown and says, "If you see him, stick a knife through his heart for me."
Wait, why? I saw him
Approaching from the pillar chamber, told him to stop, to step away from halfway turf. But that bastard, he cast a spell on me.
Not handsome, huh?
What? No. He was as ugly as the rest of you.
You think I'm ugly?
I cannot see your face, human. But I would assume so, yes. I saw him approaching. He wore an ugly yellow robe. Then he said a few words, and I suddenly happily allowed him to pass. A charm of some kind. I was helpless, like a kitten. Gods, I hate kittens. Run away from her before it's too late.
What else can you tell me about him?
He had a slightly darker skin, unlike most pale humans in Norvik. He carried a backpack and several things, tools.
That's not very specific.
You want wordy? Go ask a poet.
You hate kittens?
Yes, any child beast, really. They are too weak to survive on their own. This is this disgusting feature of adolescence.
This chick is crazy, crazy. In which direction did he go?
Through the south caves. She points towards the damp tunnel below the slope. Down the slope. I warned him about the monsters as he walked away because of that darn spell. I would have hoped for him to be dinner for some hook horror or dark mantle, but the bastard turned invisible as he entered the tunnel. I hate wizards.
Same. Can't stand them gnomes. The bugbear lets out a grunt.
Clearly, signally she's done with this part of the conversation.
Ah, that spell scroll you've got.
No, of course not. I got this as a gift. I can't just give it away.
I'm missing, right? She told me I should tell you to give it to me.
Oh.
Okay, then.
There's great respect for the elven druid. Okay. Okay. Okay.
I defeated the skeleton in the crypts.
You did?
Well, she looks you up and down. I'm impressed. That's for us to worry about. What's it like working for the HWBT?
They're good. Lady Sage Leaf is a great leader. Her power is overwhelming.
You're not that scary.
I suggest you lose that foolish thought, human, if you wish to keep your head.
She looks away for a moment.
I've been given a life here, a purpose. I do not enjoy living among your kind. The goblins are a fine people.
Thanks.
Not you in particular, Weasel.
Weasel? I don't think I deserve to be called that. Do you do anything else down here? A hobby?
A hobby? No. I do tend to some gardening duty as well. Keeping the damp pest to an appropriate level, and communing with Lord Pooh when the Dark Elf requires it.
The druid? Has she taught you magic?
No, Nisan has shown me tricks. I have no interest in magic and its foul nature.
You got a green thumb, eh?
No, but I serve well nonetheless.
You fight a lot of monsters down here?
Yes, they often break into the upper city below. It's mostly minor monsters, sometimes a large one. At times undead. Fought a ghoul last month, easy kill, not too interesting. It is my great pleasure to best a dangerous foe. Her smile is horrific and bright. I got some other questions. Of course.
You look like a great warrior. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to flirt. She blinks a few times. Do you have anything to say, warrior? She is charmed. Oh boy, mind control is fun. Snell rubs his temples. Oh boy. You wouldn't be into scrawny human men, would you?
Not particularly. I like a man who stops at nothing to fight for me. One who throws himself into battle for my approval alone. Though then again, a slave isn't such a bad idea either. Maybe I'll have one of those too.
Chanel glares at you. Interesting. She nods. Tell me something about useful at this area.
The city below? There's traps everywhere. Some undead tend to wander in the crypts nearby. The southern tunnels are filled with monsters crawling up from further below. The northern tunnels are safer, but not much. There's also Crocodilius, camped in the sewers. Last I heard, not the type you want to mess with. I'm sure you'll be fine though, human. She laughs and slaps you on the back.
How angry would you get if somebody cast Charm Person on you?
Oh, furious. There was a man dressed in yellow who did it not long ago. If I get my hands on him, I'll strangle him. That should be a suitable death.
Gulp. That's all.
Not again!
As soon as the spell fades, the bugbear rushes into action, grabbing you by the throat. Shit. You have no idea how much I would have loved to throw away my orders right now. But you see, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to rip out the throats of any old fool who wanders down here. So consider yourself blessed by the gods today, human, for you get to live to see another day.
Okay.
She lets you go, pushing you back. Now go!
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. My bad. Bigal stands before you, frozen in stone. Completely petrified. Their arms are raised defensively, hands covering their face.
A posture of pure terror.
Basilisk victim. Nasty way to go. Why do you guys just have these statues in the area? We don't make the rules, cleric. The old lady would love to clean these up, but there are laws against it. This is designated as a dungeon area, not as in the jail-type dungeon, but as in dangerous monster territory. So if we find petrified victims, no matter how old, we're not allowed to even touch them. Only clerics can do that. Ah! But we don't have clerics with spells powerful enough to reverse basilisk victims. That seems to be the case. Anyway, try not to break this poor soul. Examine the figure. The details are perfectly preserved in the stone. Every fold of fabric, every strand of hair. Petrification captures everything in the moment of death. Look at the robes. Ornate robes with arcane embroidery. A wizard. The style is old, decades, maybe longer. From an arcane era by the look of it. Look closer at the cloak. Interesting. There is a rectangular shape pressed against the chest. A book clutched beneath the robes. It has been turned to stone along with its wielder. Try to see the book more clearly. You peer between the stone folds of the fabric. One page is partially visible. The text upon it is still somewhat legible. Stone does not completely obscure ink. If the pressure was hard enough, lean in. The handwriting is cramped. A wizard's notes. Most of the page is obscured by the angle in the stone, but one phrase stands out clearly. Written in bold lettering at the top. Read it. Master Hagenshags, I will learn. A formal phrase like a student's oath, or a passphrase. Hagenshags. That is the name of one of the greatest houses of Arcanus in Old Dominor. You commit it to memory. Somewhat interesting, I suppose. Okay. Alright. South Caves, beware of monsters. Okay. Divine Era Mural. Tall stone mural stands before you. White main craftsmanship. 3 serpentine figures carved and painted into the surface, each coiled and intertwined with the others. Colors are faint, but still there. Greens, reds, yellows.
The artistry is breathtaking.
Examine the serpents. 3 distinct figures. The top serpent has sharp teeth, predatory. The middle one appears more serpentine, elegant. The bottom one has unusual markings. What's the meaning behind this mural? Basic religious art, nothing interesting.
Body, mind, spirit. 2 serpents stretching from a singular point. 1 creature with many dual faces. Only in balance between the 2 can the soul retain its divinity. The specific meaning is lost, but the reverse is clear. The reverence is clear. This was a sacred image. Further down this path, there should be an actual temple. Find it. Learn more about these noble creatures. What do you make of this wonderful artwork? The freaky serpent picture? Huh. There's tons of these all over the place. You've either got snail memorabilia or these lion-style pieces. Nothing else. I'd say 90%. From what I learned at school, it was snails first, then lion, then trolls, then humans. He smirks, then goblins, of course. Don't you dare stage a coup. You can't stop me. The goblin laughs. Do what you do, and let's keep moving. The southern tunnels are always filled with scary shit. Touch the carbines. The stone is smooth. Cool. Worn by time, but still detailed.
Leave the mural alone. Beware the crunch. Please don't step on the literal human skulls. Strange markings cover the cave walls. Painted in faded pigments. Humanoid figures, simple, primitive. Red and white against the dark stone. Multiple figures depicted across several surfaces. Examine the paintings. You step closer to inspect them.
The style is unsettling.
Crude stick figures with circular heads. Arms spread wide. Count the figures. You can scan across the walls. 3 distinct figures, each a unique design. Still, your people make art like this. Goblins? He laughs. We weren't even on this continent when these were made. My guess would be the pre-fade, maybe. These look human. They do. Humanoid, at least. 2 arms, 2 legs, round head. But the style is too simple to determine species. Alright. Let's try it. Nope. These are old, but that's just a guess. Dating cave paintings is difficult without proper study. Fascinating, but I should move on. Fancy hat. A yellow hat? You grab the smooth fabric. Yeah, this looks like 1,000 crowns worth of esoteric cloth. If it had dropped this is either rich as shit or had to run from something real dangerous. Your companion looks around, a bead of sweat rolling down his brow. Oh, Frank must have gone through here. Keep an eye open. Let me check something. Alright. Headless corpse. Esoteric lock. Dungeon continues far to the west part of Tolston. A sinking feeling appears. To your right. Your gut. It falters. The goblin jolts to the side. Theric, there's... Huh? You. Fuck. Oh no. Alright, roll initiative. Nice. One of the stalagmites has sprouted a particularly nasty looking maw. How did I not notice that thing?
It was hidden perfectly.
Flung around the shadows of the cabin comes a long tendril. It flies towards you like a ballista firing a long fleshy snake. In an instant, it's wrapped around. Huh? You're everything. Damn it! It tightens its grip and flares you around. Your ankle is crushed. You breathe through the pain. Scream and wriggle. But then the tentacle pulls back, dragging you, flinging you against the rock and rock. Grab something! Don't let it! The roper has you. Its tendril fastened like a locked jaw around your entire leg. As it attempts to pull you towards its maw,
Dragging you in like a fisherman with a thick catch on its hook.
now's not the time for a simile!
A monster. Run. Once you get control of your muscles again, that is. That's the thing! It was perfectly hidden! Now you're at its mercy!
Is there really nothing I can do here?
Pray.
Waste of time. Try screaming instead. Ah! Be surprised. What? An ambush? The goblin attempts to spring into action, but he's just too late. Your prey. The tendril pulls you closer, but it clearly finds you difficult with all the struggling, so it slams you into the ground. Bones broken, loosely dangling. If you don't have anything to say nothing, okay? No way. You're not getting anywhere near that, Mom. Slither, like your life depended on it. Because it does.
There's still a chance. Find an opportunity.
Slither! It's Success! You spasm. You spasm harder. Each loosens the grip of the beast. Following the violent flinging, you kick and flail and rotate and dance like a beautiful dance imitating a fish on land. Great simile! Shut up! With a final violent limb toss, the tentacle actually loosens quite a bit. That should make it easier. Shit! Shit! Yeah, grab what? The ground, I don't know. He takes a swing and fires off a bullet in its direction, striking right at its center of mass. But the bullet just bounces off and it lets out a horrendous hiss. Balls! It grips even harder. Roper keeps dragging you closer and closer to his chomping maw. You glance towards it, seeing the thousands of razor-like teeth almost extending towards you. You can handle one bite, right? Warning. Roper bites down on your legs. The cleric is dead. It's a good thing I saved right there. Alright, so don't go that way. Grand engraving of the divine era. Among the fallen and broken of an ancient world lies among them a single structure.
A monument to a forgotten power.
At the top, a cracked lion's head glares at you, a one-eyed lion with a single dark and empty socket.
It's a shrine, isn't it?
A shrine? To what god? One lost at a time. Does it work?
You may prepare spells here, yes. Somehow.
Shrines like this often hold a latent connection to Joel's strings. If you can do it at the shrine of one dead god, why not at another? You see anything like this, no?
Huh?
Sure. Looks like a normal cat thing. There's a ton of them all over the city, if you know where to look. Are you some type of cat expert? No.
He speaks the truth.
Hard to tell exactly what's going on here due to the rubble and dust. You could try investigating it more closely, but remember, white manes are famous for their traps. So be careful. Take a step closer. You look over the front of the shrine, seeing traces of markings on the surface. Look for that symbol Asgil was talking about. You just off the front of the shrine, then the sides of the shrine. It's faint, but there is some type of symbol on it.
It's difficult to tell what's a weathered scratch and what's a creative choice.
Look closer.
Yes, a symbol.
A symbol of a sun, definitely. Okay. Lost Mines of Tulamon. Updated.
If this is what Askel wanted you to find, you have found it.
Huh. So what do I do now? Get back to the dwarf buddy, of course.
Yes.
Tell Askel about this symbol. He would be grateful for the information. Very grateful. Like, get a nice little payday grateful. You find what you're looking for? Should get back to Asgul then, to those other ruins, man. There's a lot of ruins out here.
Yes, you should right away.
What's that light from the ceiling? It's an illusion, do not mind it. It's absolutely not the sun. Glancing upward reveals the rays to be nothing but a magical tingle on your eyes. This is no esoteric pocket, but it most likely once was. Investigate the shrine. Dude, I cannot get a fucking roll in this game. Prepare spells. Alright. Alright, let's go talk to the druid guy, or the dwarf guy. Where is he? Shit. Ah, alright, nice. No, I think he's up here. Click. That's not a good click. Bad click, bad click. I already did this. Alright. Alright. These marks, this is where you can deactivate the trap. Let's check them out. There are 2 faint paw prints here, 1 on each side of the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on these? Alright. I need a... We can do that later. I need to find the other dude. Ouch. Let's do this. There you go. Alright. He wipes his brow and yells down to you. Hey there! I found those runes you're looking for. Yes? And I found the symbol on the runes. The symbol of a sun? Yes. Hey, lowers his head, letting it hang for a while, and he lets out a roar. Ah, Elder! His little buddy joins in and screeches. That's not a good sign! Huh? The dwarf takes a deep breath. A sun means those runes are just the same as these, he says, and taps the stone beside him. They're consecrated. The White Mains would never consecrate the secret gate. Damn it. Are you certain? Oh, absolutely. I spent years researching these cat bastards. Even learned some cat speech. Me'alemo Azakel and Gezekabel Banco. He groans. That's not cat speech, that's not even close. Guy's not entirely off. I know what I'm talking about, okay? This means only one thing. This lead was off. Oh well, time to regroup and rethink after the election, that is. Yeah. He tosses his back pickaxe to you. It's a little trick we have in the deli business, a custom-made detect secret-infused pickaxe. A magical item, as payment, not bad. Detect secret, that's very useful. Sure is, bro. You've earned it, Cleric of Norvik. Of course, the pickaxe is a bit wonky. The keyword is supposed to be secret, as in you say the word secret, and the pickaxe casts a spell. But it doesn't quite work, so do with it as you please. Wonky magic items can be dangerous or hilarious. Anyhow, I'll be packing up soon. I'm done here. Thanks again. Saved me a ton of time and effort. Maybe in a few months you'll join me for a real expedition. Could be fun. That sounds like a death wish. I'll think about it. Think hard and long. You've got time. And if there's anything else, just let me know. Good luck. Alright. Go down here. Ouch. I'm probably going to call it for the afternoon here in just a bit. Who said that? Over here, buddy. By the nose. That voice must be some kind of telepathy. Find the source. Who said that? Yeah. Stop thinking so loud. It's giving me a headache. Your eyes land upon the nose of the stone statue at the very tip. You see something. Something tiny and unremarkable. A simple ant. Unremarkable? It might be tiny, but trust us, we've got a bite. Aren't you just absolutely adorable? Stop calling me weird things! We are one of many! Freaking great to meet with you, buddy! An esoteric ant? You can call us One. We didn't really used to have a name since we are a hive mind, so One will do for now. Right, good to meet you, One. Yeah, good to meet you too. You have a moment or something? Shh, I'm talking to an ant. Right, sup dude, are you a goblin? Snail picks up and looks around. Point at the statue's nose. Oh, he gets ready to smash it. No, relax! We're alone, we just need to ask a favor. The goblin stops. Do you know how much trouble you carrying him ants caused us? We had to hire a specialist just get you to leave. Yeah, it's the whole thing. But we left, you won, so let bygones be bygones, as they say. He stares at the ant for a few seconds, then he frowns. Fuck it, sure. As long as you guys don't return, then fine, what do you want? We need your help! We were driven from the area a while ago, but we left me behind. We left me? This whole identity thing is really new to me. I've never been disconnected from the hive for this long before. It's really difficult. You don't want to be an individual? I think that's pretty great. I haven't really thought about it too much. But sincerely, that just sounds like a thing for you non-hivers. But if you help me, how about we give you something in return?
Oh, that sounds like a quest.
That sounds like a quest. I like quests. Okay, sure, it's a quest.
Yes.
We know the location of a secret stash. It's buried in the Undercoast path, like below this place. Below the city below? Right below it. That's low. Sure it is. The Undercoast path is, well, it leads all the way down to the Undercoast. Right past the gravity flip, although you won't need to go that far down. It's too dangerous for someone like you anyhow. Single cranium ant is not dangerous, as psionic strength is counted and mass. 1,000 of these are required to do anything beyond normal ant-side power moves. You must help this creature. It is asking for your help, and it would really not be that much of a hassle. Be nice. Carry the ant. Well, that's a good name. Aren't you afraid of getting, crushed since you're tiny? Nah. My telekinesis isn't too powerful going solo, but it's enough to keep myself defended from boots and any crevices I might fall into. One's a good name. It's a function, but don't get used to it. You don't have a name in your hive? Nah. No need. We're all one there. Creepy.
Must be nice to be part of something larger.
Only nice to be part of a hive if you're the queen or king. Who are you voting for the election? Election? I've heard about that. Sounds like your kind's way of trying to emulate our hard-mindedness. Everyone's getting to voice their opinion, leading a unified direction. Except you get to think for yourself. Suppose that ain't too bad, although it sounds inefficient as all hells. Sure is. Always pros and cons. Though I imagine it's a bit different if you actually get to have an individual mind of things. Think about it yourself, by yourself, with yourself. Something to think about, eh? What do you know about the tea shop? Yes, good. The ant might have picked up something interesting about the explosion. Explosion? Oh, so that's what that was the other day. Whole cabin shook. Crazy stuff. The ant clearly does not know anything interesting. It's an ant. Hey, that's not fair. I'm a real perceptive, There was some stuff happening after the shaking, I'll admit. A human in yellow clothing went past the roots. He did something known as Esoteric to the hairy brute to get in. I assumed he'd come back screaming from the south tunnels, but I never saw him again. That's all. That's it. Alright, pick up the ants. I will get to your brothers, Ruby friend. Yay! You're a real cool guy, buddy. I'll be sure to remember you as one of the good ones. Once I get back, that is.
Alright, so, questing time. You should go down below the Undercoast path and then talk to the ant.
Just pick him out of your pocket when it's time, or something like that. Alright, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna call it for the afternoon. I've got a migraine going on right now. I will see you next Friday, hopefully. Have a good one. Bye.